What's going on, guys? Today I've got yet another pressure washer review, and this one I'm pretty excited about. It's the Westinghouse ePX3000 2030 PSI unit, most often seen on Amazon. This unit claims to have the power to dream bigger, go farther, and do more. And it's currently rated nearly 5 stars, so we've got a lot to live up to reputation-wise. As per usual, we'll start with an unboxing, get her put together, demo it out, and then run it through some objective tests. So let's get going. First out is the instruction manual, which is nicely packaged with some replacement O-rings and a small nozzle cleanout tool. Below that are the 4 casters. Each one is individually lockable and appear to install without any tools. One more level down and we've got one half of the included spray wand. Like almost every other product at this price point, the hose inlet is forward of the trigger. Next to that is the stainless steel and brass wand extension. The power head itself is surprisingly light. We've also got a 15-foot hose that ordinarily I would say is too short. But considering this is supposed to be a tug-along unit, this might be okay. Last out are a couple of mounting brackets and the included tips. Here's everything laid out before assembly. We can see here that the manufacturer made sure to utilize plastic wherever possible. The wand, at least compared to what Greenworks includes, is a little lower end. Instead of utilizing brass, Westinghouse went with galvanized steel, and the overmolding, which I'm air quoting, is really just painted hard plastic, whereas Greenworks, and Ryobi for that matter, use actual rubber. Warranty-wise, 3 years is advertised for the ePX3000, but let's take a look at what that actually covers. The first item of concern is the fact that to obtain service, the customer is responsible for shipping both ways. That's not very reassuring. But let's read on. We also see that parts and labor are actually covered for 1 year, parts only for 2 years, and then certain parts, whatever that means, are covered for 3. I think it's safe to say the advertised warranty is somewhat eviscerated by the fine print. Greenworks, Ryobi, SunJoe, and Karcher all offer better terms. Assembly is very easy, is tool-free, and starts at the bottom. Each wheel snaps into place and once there feels pretty secure. The hose bracket goes on next. Like the wheels, it also installs without any tools. The wand holder is installed via 2 parts. The top piece slides into place while the bottom snaps up. Each of the 4 included tips is held in place by some pre-installed rubber grommets, and the soap dispenser cap just snaps down. The spray wand requires a little disassembly action in order to store. One will need to break down and then snap each half into its own bracket. Finally, the hose is dropped into place and we can call it ready to go. Putting it right next to my Greenworks GPW 2006, and this thing's undersized stature really becomes apparent. One can tell that Westinghouse really had the homeowner with limited space in mind when designing the product. If anyone has seen any of my other pressure washer reviews, you'll likely be familiar with this. I always go ahead and adapt all my machines and wands to the universal 3/8 quick disconnect standard. But be careful with this one. This product uses the less common M22-15 thread type. Here's the set I purchased specifically for this unit off of Amazon. I'll place a link below. It's an affiliate link for which the channel earns a small commission. Use is greatly appreciated. If you're wondering why I always install these, it's because they make setup and breakdown extremely quick. Instead of threading everything together each cleaning session, it's a 1-second snap. Furthermore, I frequently go back and forth between my shorty guns and full-size ones when cleaning. Use of quick disconnects makes this effortless. With everything hooked up, this unit is just as sturdy as advertised. With 4 wide wheels and hose attachments near the ground, this thing really isn't in any danger of tipping. Before firing her up, we need to go ahead and clear out any air from the lines. This usually takes just a few seconds, despite some manufacturers recommending 30. I just run it until it's all water. Turning the unit on, and we're greeted by the sound of pretty much every universal motor powered 110 volt electric pressure washer on the market. I'm a little disappointed the power switch doesn't appear to be weather sealed. I have a semi-bad habit of using the pressure washer to spray itself off before cleanup. Finally, giving it a test spray, and I'm initially pretty impressed. Power feels on par with units costing 50% more. Though, truth being told, our main limitation on all of these home-grade washers is the amount of power we can pull from a residential outlet. But let's put subjectivity aside for a moment and break out the pressure gauge. I usually like to run this test twice, once with a wide 40-degree tip and then again with a narrow 15-degree. About 1500 psi. This is actually a fantastic result. Normally, these big wide tips are known for low pressure, high volume. In fact, of the 110 volt pressure washers tested this year, it's actually maintaining the most power at the gun. Anyone interested, I'll link this Google sheet below. Moving on to the 15-degree tip, and we're seeing 1600 psi. This is actually the worst I've seen this year. All other models cleared 2000. So it's interesting, the Westinghouse ePX3000 gave the best performance yet with a wide tip, yet came in with the lowest numbers using the narrow one. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Next up, I'll be hooking up my shorty gun and foam cannon to give my car a little washing action. It's another Amazon pickup. I'll place a link below. Running these guns is often a challenge for these small pressure washers. They need a combination of high volume and high pressure to work well. That said, the Westinghouse did a good job of powering it. Although it's not the thickest foam I've ever seen, we're definitely getting by. Also, I'm really liking the tug-along feature. When purchasing, I wasn't sure what to make of it. Was it a gimmick or not? But honestly, it works really, really well. After a nice foam bath, I then went ahead and switched guns and rinsed everything off using a 25-degree tip. I'm a fan of these touchless car washes. They're really easy, but definitely won't win any car detailing awards, but I live in a suburb of Seattle. That means anything half clean looks showroom shiny by comparison to other things lurking about the region. As far as noise levels go, it sounds subjectively like all the others, but let's break out the decibel meter to find out for sure. We've got a peak of 89. That's actually the loudest I've recorded, but in reality, they're all about the same, in the ballpark of a corded vacuum cleaner. On the practical side of things, power is more than adequate for normal homeowner chores. Here, I'm using the 15-degree tip to clean some dirt and mildew off of my concrete steps. It's a bit tough to tell because everything is wet, but it's doing a very good job. The final objective test I've got for you is our amperage readings. About 13 under load puts this unit right near the universal motor powered Greenworks GPW 2006, but a few amps over the induction motor powered Ryobi RY142300. Moving over to my fence and switching to a 40-degree tip, and the results are fantastic. Cleaning that gray weathered layer off the cedar is quick and effortless. In fact, the excellent wide tip performance of the unit means it does a better job at this one chore than any other 110 volt electric pressure washer I've used. And of course, we've always got the weed test. Can the Westinghouse ePX3000 remove a dandelion from my lawn? Yes, it can, but we'll make quite the mess doing so. And that's all I've got. Overall, I started off a little disappointed out of the box. Build quality felt a notch lower than competing units, and the warranty contains too much fine print. However, overall power is excellent, and the tug-along feature is more useful than I thought. I think that for the homeowner tight on space, this is a great little unit. Links to everything are in the description below. Use is greatly appreciated. Okay, take care.